All right, we are back to Against the Storm. It's been a minute, but here we are, and it looks like this marshland is looking pretty good. I think we're really excited to have humans because of the fertile soil modifier. So we're probably going to do that. I think it is time. Sorry, of course, the second I hit the record button, things go all wibbly wobbly. So foxes, I think, are pretty good here. Like, I think it's worth locking in foxes and getting the 2 new arriving villagers. So I think I'm going to go with this option rather than going pure humans, as good as I think humans are. Now, unfortunately, the villagers... Fertile soil marshlands are like regular biome soil density. Ah, that's good to know. So wow, some of these are very expensive from an embarkation points perspective. I'm kind of surprised. Maybe go with something like this. I like the planks for sure. I like the wood for sure. Vegetables, eggs, and villagers feel pretty good. The material was... The fabric was too expensive. I wouldn't have minded picking up some stone, but I think the planks for early housing, etc., could be pretty good. So we'll go with that. We're going to go with Prestige 4, which is Blueprint rerolls cost more, which, just to recap, means that we have more reputation and harder orders. Our storm is lasting longer. We have more blight rot, and now our blueprints cost more. And we're going to keep cranking it until we start reaching some serious headwinds. But let's do this thing. Yeah, we will miss free blueprint rerolls for sure. All right, so what pain do we have here? We have looming darkness as usual. We have flooded roads. Okay, so the value of roads is going to be higher. Oh no, this is trade route cost. Okay, this is slightly different than the one that I remembered. Devastations. The storm in this region is extremely violent. Once this effect is activated, you'll have to pay 1 more pack of building materials multiplied by the number of years. If you don't, 3 buildings in your settlement will become ruins. Whoa. All right, well, we'll try and duck under 3 for a while. Insatiable hungers. Working in this environment requires a lot of energy. Villagers have a higher chance of consuming twice the amount of food. Also not great. And then blight from the sky. Okay, so keeping our hostility low does sound important here. So let's see. So we just have humans so far and foxes. We start out with a lot of eggs, which I think I will start grabbing. Let's do our road planning a little bit here. And then back to Trapper Keeper. And there we go. We got the porridge synergy. I'm wondering, so is it worth... I think it's worth building a big shelter at this point. Moving around is relatively cheap. We started out with a lot of materials. We have 12 people, which will get us at least to this. So we should get our first garden down relatively quickly. Our first park, excuse me. We'll do that. We need lizards to get the ideal one. I see. All right, now I should have gotten this going, and also I forgot lumber camps right off the cuff. Let's see. I think. Ooh. Wow, really quite surrounded by some unfortunate nastiness. We'll crack it. We'll crack into this, but not quite right away. Let's see. Accept marked. Let's get this higher priority and this higher priority so I can get some people into those ASAP. But yeah, if we get some early farmland and some early farms, we could be pretty pleased with what's going on. We should take a look at our first blueprint. Small farm or herb garden. Ooh, okay, so we're going to take one of those, I think, for sure. Let's see, we can start chopping in that way as well. I want to wait for my first round of orders before I start cracking into any of these glades. We have a fox in the fire as the firekeeper? Yeah, all right. Let's see. So we're going to get 6 housing slots for this. And then we could do 2 regular. I'm kind of tempted to just go more plank. Excuse me. I'm going to go with another big shelter. I think the early planks are going to mean that we don't have to worry about that. And they're nice and easy to shift around. So we like that. So Illustrious, you're telling me that you would not wait to see if we get a farm or if we get fertile soil from either our small farm or our herb garden? That surprises me that you would go harvesting camp. So right now, gain 2 packs of provisions for every 10 herbs produced. This with herb garden, super good, I feel like. Route delivery line also nice for free materials, but I think leftover crops and we pick up the herb garden and we just go heavy into roots and herbs. I think that could be pretty clutch for us. I think that's the direction I'm going to take us. I think I'm going to make one more woodcutter camp. And we're going to get this ready to go without cracking into it. There we go. First upgrade done. Yeah, but I think the modifier is going to be pretty impactful. That's my suspicion. All right, let's see our first set of orders, and then we can start cracking into stuff. Harvester and Stonecutters camp. We'll probably end up getting a Stonecutters camp. Harvester, I can't promise. Bigger ovens, more pie production. Deliver eggs. We have tons of eggs. I think this is just a gimme for the extra population early. Cut through the forest to discover 5 glades is almost certainly what we're going to take. Yeah, I like the materials that come with this as well. The oil over here is nice, but selling goods is going to be... We're probably going to do it also, but I don't mind glade event carrying capacity either. So I'm going to pick up that. And then grain production, fabric yield, and parts for 5 of each. Or we get the same... Harvester Stonecutter. I'm gonna go with this one. We're not gonna turn this in quite yet. As much as I like the extra villagers, let's wait until we have some. I'm aware. I don't think we're gonna have any problems satisfying any of those though. So now I'm gonna crack into this. And I'm gonna crack into this. We could probably, while we're waiting, get... The makeshift post I think we can hold off on, but the crude workstation should get built. I'm hoping to see some farmland in one of these 2 right off the cuff. If we get some farmland, then I'll lock in the herb camp. But just in case we get bad luck here, we have ourselves a stormwater geyser and some coal veins. I'm just going to put one person in here. I can turn off pipes for the time being and just say 10 and 10 for the moment. We'll see what this one has. I don't think those coal veins are worth making a mine associated with, but maybe we do. I think my plan right now is to cut a little deeper and continue seeing if we find any farmland. Yeah, nothing about the rewards from those Yes, the pipe apocalypse indeed. 2 to 3 coal veins. We already have coal veins. If we find mushrooms. All right, that's not going to be... So far we're getting a little bit of bad RNG with our small sections, which is okay. We'll come up with a plan. We might use those coal veins, now that I think about it. I do like getting a source of early production, so I don't like that these guys are cutting across here. All right, let's see. Drizzle water, that's nice. We got ourselves a camp in which we can... Let's give him some broccoli. Looks like raptors are our third, which was... This was foreseen. Let's see. I put a fox in here. Sorry, Mr. Fox. I'm going to cut off what you're doing and get you also investigating that. All right. So now we're at the point where I'm a little nervous about our potential farmland finds. Yeah, we have a good species roster for sure. Let's see. Avoid glades. Should have checked that earlier. But these two are kind of, we're kind of running out of options. If one of these two doesn't produce farmland, I'm going to have to lock things in. Uh-oh, that's not farmland also. So we have both copper and coal. That's interesting. Yes, I've heard people say that. I'm open to that idea, but I also am not sure what the better thing to be doing early game than cracking into things to see what basically freebies we have. I also think that because we have foxes, we have pretty good hostility management. So I'm not convinced that it is entirely not worth. But as soon as we get a trader, speaking of which, we can get our trading post building. But as soon as we get a trader, we can start talking about other means of handling things. You can open the Forbidden Glade below you on marshlands. The risk is worth the reward. So crack into this right here. Yes, that's kind of the approach that I'm taking. So what the worst case scenario is like game losing though, isn't it, Illustrious? I'll wait for these for this camp to be done, and then we'll see. All right, we have our first Our first homeless friend here. I think this time we could just build. No, we don't have the. We don't quite have the materials to start going unit-specific housing. That's probably excessive anyways. I think just a regular shelter will do. All right, we'll crack into this Forbidden Glade. I'm willing to test this this theory. There is no game-losing events, only some that can inconvenience you. Really? I've always assumed that cracking into some of these and getting like blood flowers could like totally explode your chances, etc. But this is the most rapid expansion we have done to date, for sure. Giant Stormbird nest. Now you're just making things up, Sai, I can tell. Stormbird can only show up with harpies. Oh. I didn't know that there were event-specific ones. That's interesting. How about an ancient proto-wheat tree? So it has 1,000 charges of grain. So if we get ourselves a forager's camp, we could have a lot of grain in our life. It looks like it's pretty valuable. So this must be the bad event, which is the Fishman Outpost. Giant Stormbird nest is the nastiest Forbidden Glade event that can easily kill a run. Noted. Now we need a forager's camp and we basically win. So what are we going to do about these fishmen? There's no way we're going to get 30 amber. So we're going to have to wait for the trader and hope that they have stone tools or training goods. This doesn't seem great. Call me old-fashioned. We got ourselves another. We have a lot of storm water. Well, we could hurry the trader, except that we haven't built the trading camp yet. I can amp up the speed on this one. So let's see. So what did we have on here? We have herbalist camp and apothecary. I think I'm still going to take the herb. I think I'm just going to take the herb garden. It's definitely the better of the two. I don't see a lot of applications for the herbalist camp right now, and the apothecary isn't doing much for us. I guess we can harvest these mushrooms with the herbalist camp. Is that correct? Well, once we can do something with the wheat node, I will certainly consider this heavily as an expansion point. But I guess we do get berries. I guess we'll get a lot of mushrooms out of it, and mushrooms we can convert into. All right. Yeah, we'll grab that one. I'm a little worried we're never going to see anything to do with farmland. But now, porridge. I think we go porridge here. I think we get the distillery because this is going to be great for our food supply. Everybody eats porridge, right? Porridge. Porridge. Ah, so the lizards do not eat porridge. I mean, everyone can eat porridge. It's just too like porridge, right? That's the... Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go distillery here. And then we're not seeing what we need. The Druid's Hut is pretty good. Oil is fine. We could wait and grab that one. Now over here on the cornerstones. We didn't take the herb garden, so leftover crops I'm not convinced is the way to go anymore. I think we'll go root delivery line. It's just free resources. Or we have a reroll, but I think we save our reroll for a legendary cornerstone. So, yeah, we're gonna take root delivery line. I think that's fine. And yeah, we're gonna try and take advantage of the proto wheat. Good old proto wheat. Sounds like some type of cereal. Let's see. So we can call immediately. We have 2 orders done, so let's grab the call immediately. Try and get him here before the storm, so that hopefully we can work on this. Now let's see. You're gonna be at 14, so we can also build. We can also build this and the garden. Actually, let's take this and just move it over here. I have not seen any stone nodes. I would say that there are no stone nodes. We can confirm that, I believe, by coming in here and grabbing our stonecutter camp, and we see nothing around the perimeter. So, yeah, there are no stone nodes that we have currently uncovered. We've technically not cracked into this small glade yet. Zorg has arrived. Yeah, we can use stone deposits for sure. Okay, so nothing here is going to help with the fishmen. Press B to reveal all resource nodes. Yeah, so we have coal veins, which will produce a little bit of stone, but I'm not that worried about it. But yeah, we have no regular stone nodes. So let's go back and look at the fishmen camp here. He might have had stone. Is there any chance he had stone? No stone. And then the other side of the solve requires a staggering amount of materials. Yeah, I don't really want them poisoning my food. At the moment, we finished most of our expansions, so rather than relocating and creating warehouses, we will create a warehouse down here. But now that we've cracked into this, I think we will build one down here for helping with dealing with the contents of here. Let's see, where do I want to put this? I want to leave the opportunity for a mine here. So I'll put this here. Just because we're going to need it for handling this. We're eventually hopefully going to need it for handling this. But yeah, we don't need... Yeah, I don't think we're going to get much out of Zorg here, and I'm not going to bother selling kind of prematurely. Yep, Olive is in the background doing her thing. So let's see. Getting the drizzle water geyser going isn't the worst thing. Actually, maybe we should maybe we should start out with a storm one. Just because we're going to be using it in porridge regardless. So we'll get our complex food source going. And there we go. Cracked into this. Okay, we got fertile soil. Thus making me filled with regret. Man, so many of these rain punk drills. We did get our first stone deposit, so we can get some stone cutters going. And unfortunately, now we don't have a way to cultivate this farmland. I'm still not that bummed out, though. I think we probably made decent choices. Having an herb camp up there, I think, could have been nice, but... yeah, we will... I mean, the stone gathering, the trip back and forth is going to be killer. I kind of feel like since we're building this here, building a mine and spending those people on a mine is perhaps the better way to get going. Because I think this trip back and forth, building a warehouse out here, maybe eventually, but... the storm is coming quick. We're not gonna have a chance to hurry another trader before the storm lands. How many builders do we have right now? 4? Okay. I think unfortunately they are largely focused on the wrong stuff because I have not set priorities appropriately. I should check. Oh, I should probably check to see what these have as their options. Oh, they're always going to consume stone, aren't they? Yeah, so they're not going to be any use to us. They're not going to yield stone. One small warehouse and 2 stone cutters to rush stone, perhaps. Does it work with warehouses? Okay, then I will go ahead and do that. I don't think I'm going to do 2 stone cutters though. That seems like a lot of stone cutters. We're going to want the mine for the long term, but I will... But I'll crank these to 11. And we'll get started on that. Okay, let's get our woodcutters off. So we have lots of builders doing buildy stuff. And we're just below 1, so we're feeling good. So for now, it's just going to be porridge. We're just going to use storm water for it. And we're probably going to use whatever materials we can. I still kind of feel like not taking the herbalist camp, or excuse me, the herb farm early on in the blueprints was a questionable decision. But now, question. Oh, these are stone. Never mind. We'll get people into those in a second. All right, we did get up to a level 2 hearth. And the everybody's cruising over here. We have enough pipes, so this should get done relatively soon. right, and we will create one more stonecutters camp. I will try this strategy out, just going full bore. Get some stormwater going, which will feed our porridge when that happens. We're out of bricks now. Are we making bricks down here? We would be, but we're not going to make any bricks until after we get our fishmen sorted out. So let's see. We'll get some more people. You're bringing gears. That's not bad. We might grab that. I have bricks from the order reward. I do have bricks from the order reward. I don't want to cash in right now because I think it would push us up to 1 hostility. So I'm gonna wait out the storm. It's almost done. I think I'm also gonna hit us with 1.5. The hubris is palpable. We're waiting on bricks here too. Maybe we are blocked enough that it's worth turning in that order. We're almost there. Let's just wait it out. No, it won't because I disabled it in Lustrous. Get wrecked. Ha! Crude workstation. I already disabled that crafting order. Specifically because I knew that I wanted my stone for the fishmen camp. So there. Now, these guys are still going to do their breaks over here, so it's not all rainbows and butterflies. It's compromise that moves us along. We already have 23 stone. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. Something. We lose all stored wood, which we probably don't have that much of. Woodcutter's Prayer early is pretty good. You lose all fuel. I don't think we have that much fuel, though. Let's take a look really quickly. Yeah, so Woodcutter's Prayer looks pretty good. Yeah, we'll probably do that because we can recoup pretty quickly. Let's take a look at what orders we're going to have going on here. Complete at least 2 empathy events. We know this is pretty RNG. I like... This is a little expensive, but... Are we going to be doing empathy for the fishmen? Is this the empathy solution? No, this is loyalty and bribe. There is no empathy for fishmen. Story of my life. Yeah, so we'll go Woodcutter's Prayer. I think this is fine. Okay, why would you unpause game? Let's take our people. We're gonna go for. I like the gears here. They're worth a fair amount. Do that, and we're just gonna get. I want them chopping near a warehouse, so I'm just gonna do that. No love for the fishies. It's true. Time to start working on the event. We have 6 minutes. I guess we can start delivering stuff.